The drum. Baseline.
Muy buena, creo que se me está escuchando bien. Voy a comprobarlo rápidamente. ¿Qué tal, gente? ¡Ay! Vamos a ver. Está todavía queda. Uy, ¿cuánto desfase tiene Facebook, no? Vamos a ver. Vale. Se escucha, que es lo que yo quería. Pues nada, vamos a dejarlo aquí. ¿Se ve todo lo demás, no? Sí. Vamos a dejarlo aquí. Para. Perdóname, voy a poner un caramelito en la boca. ¿Qué tal? Vamos a ver. Que no se ve. Espérate. Ahora. Pues nada, muy buenas. ¿Qué tal? Vamos a ver cómo va esto. Pues han pasado dos cosas, señores. Ya sabéis que en el E3 me bloquearon el canal. Y tengo ahora dos opciones. Pasar del tema y esperar el año que viene al siguiente E3 para dar el pelotazo como a mí me gustaría. O simplemente verme las conferencias con vosotros ya habiendo pasado. Porque nos faltan quizás las de Bethesda y nos falta alguna que otra, me parece a mí. Que me he dejado, aparte de PC Gaming y Bethesda, me he dejado alguna otra. Creo que la de Netflix son dos vídeos nada más los que han enseñado. Había otra pequeñita que vamos a ver. Pero bueno, el caso es ver esas conferencias con vosotros y hacer los vídeos de noticias y opinión como tenía pensado. Y acribillaros durante esta semana y lo que quede de directos y vídeos de noticias y opinión hasta que haga todo lo que tenía que pensar. Y luego ya retomar las noticias habituales de forma normal y cotidiana. O pasar del tema. Pues al final creo que he decidido hacer las conferencias, verlas con vosotros y espero que las veáis conmigo juntos. Doble J, no va a empezar ninguna. Estas son las atrasadas que yo no he visto, no he podido ver. De hecho, al no poder transmitir, no las he visto, ¿vale? Y quería compartirlos con vosotros. Sí, por el directo de Ubisoft, rojinegro, ya lo conté. Vamos a ver. Entonces yo sé que vamos a hacer 3 gatos viéndolo, pero bueno, yo prefiero así. Y disfrutar con vosotros, opinar, tomar nota y enterarme un poquito lo que ha pasado este E3. Así que vamos a darle a play y a disfrutar de esta conferencia, ¿no? Ahí está. Vamos a empezar con la de PC Gaming. Luego por la noche quizás vamos a ver también la de Bethesda. Yo por si acaso, doble J. Bueno, vamos a enseñar, hacer un resumen de lo que va a verse. Bastante cositas, ¿eh? Bueno, Terraria está dando tela ya hace un montón de tiempo, ¿no? No la he visto, rojinegro. Habiéndome jodido la transmisión, porque voy a verlo. Si la idea era compartirlo con vosotros. Ayer me vi otra vez la de Microsoft para tomar notas, cosas que se me habían olvidado. Y poco más. Vamos a ver. A ver si nos falla, ¿eh? Aquí empezamos con la PC Game y por fin que estamos aquí todo el mundo. ¿Se escucha muy fuerte?
We're so happy you're here today. We have a great show for you lined up. We got 30 games that we're going to be showing off. 30. Some of them will be updates to existing franchises and titles. Others will be exclusive world first looks. Y'all ready?
Así que vamos a ver qué hay.
I want to thank our sponsors for helping make this event possible. Without their support, this event would not happen each year.
Bueno, Epic Games. A mí lo que está haciendo Epic Games no me gusta, ¿eh? No, yo creo que ya no, doble J. Esta conferencia la ha hecho todo Dios y no le ha pasado nada. Así que ya estamos seguros. Así que vamos a ver.
Joining me is the fantastic Frankie Ward. Hello. Oh, thank you very much.
Bueno, ahora me están haciendo la representación rojinegro. Lo que van a enseñar, juegos nuevos, juegos en exclusiva. Bueno, por primera vez que se ven aquí. Bueno, y que van a seleccionar los comentarios inteligentes para las distintas plataformas para hacerlo aquí en directo. Están buscando las preguntas para el equipo de Borderlands, cosa que no podemos participar ya, porque ya eso ha pasado. Por cierto, he subido un vídeo musical teoría de Breath of the Wild. Si queréis verlo, está en el canal. Estoy muy pegado con el Breath of the Wild 2, demasiado.
To Evil Genius, a real-time evil layer simulator.
And now, Rebellion is ready to reveal its nefarious vision for the project. So, PC Gaming Show, who's ready to stroke a cat menacingly? Here is the world exclusive reveal for Evil Genius 2 World Domination.
Vale, Evil Genius 2, nuevo juego. Sí, doble J. Buenos días, Lisandro, ¿qué tal? A ver de qué trata esto. Es que no puedo opinar de todas las conferencias si no las he visto, por lo tanto, ¿de qué me sirve? Así que vamos a ponernos al día. Vale. José, están anunciando que están haciéndolo de aquí a un año. Antes de 2020 está el juego en tienda. Y no es lo mismo que Metroid solo enseñaron el logo. Aquí le han enseñado gráfico y parte de la historia. Esta gente van en serio, José Manuel. Y anda muchísima información con el Zelda. Muy buenas, Beder, ¿qué tal? A ver si la cosa va bien. No sé cuánta gente, si hay alguien viéndome en Facebook. Bueno, no. Evil Genius 2 World Domination.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is the successor to one of the most beloved RPGs ever.
Ya van a empezar con Vampiro la Mascarada. En este caso no sale en este año. Doble J, sale el que viene. ¿A primavera o navidades del que viene? Este le tengo yo muchísimas ganas, ¿eh? Bueno, esta gente también van a saco, según parece, en este E3, ¿no? No se entretienen a cháchara. 50 euros o 60 va a estar Breath of the Wild 2, seguro. ¿Qué ganas tengo de ver este juego? Vale, no rompe la mascarada. Alimenta tu poder. Domina la noche. O controla la noche.
fighting over scraps here. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your death. Having fun yet?
Bienvenido a tu primer día de la muerte. Vampire the Masquerade. Es que yo prefiero que retrasen un juego que lo saquen incompleto, ¿eh? Eso siempre. Además, el juego de la historia más retrasado creo que era el Ocarina of Time de Nintendo. Bueno, ¿qué significa ser un vampiro? Muy buenas dos. Necesita mantener secreto su presencia ante el humano.
Also needing to feed on human beings and kind of manipulating us in order to get blood.
We're talking about feeding on human beings. I'm getting flashbacks to last.
¿Qué clan vas a jugar tú primero? Yo. Brulla, soy Brulla. Ojalá, José, ojalá.
Vampires can kind of see the emotional resonance of human beings, like fear or desire, and then they can feed on those people to like feel the same things as human beings do, to feel more kind of alive, and that can give you like extra boost in the game.
Bueno, que alimentándote te da partes de las sensaciones y más vida, obviamente.
Well, very fragile, very volatile relationships, very mature relationships, so it's going to be a fun time.
And one thing that was really intriguing to me when I was learning about this game is you don't just get bitten and turn into Nosferatu, Dracula or Brad Pitt. And to be honest, I think you should maybe put Brad Pitt.
No solamente te conviertes con un mordisco en vampiro. Tienes que ajustarte a tu entorno para convertirte en un vampiro.
In the game, when you were made as a vampire, sort of very young vampire, a lot of other vampires are made at the same time in this thing called the mass embrace. And that means that essentially they're having a less lucky time than you in the world. You're having a relatively good time compared to them because they don't know what they're doing. They're going through vampire puberty on their own, and you might have a family, you might have, say, a wife and children.
Bueno, parece ser que convierten a los vampiros de forma masiva y cada uno tiene que después. Hay gente que está incluso peor que tú.
Than the player is having, so you can find them throughout the world as well.
And Brian, the first game came out in 2004. You've been waiting 15
Desde 2004 el otro juego, madre mía.
Yeah, tons of pressure. But yeah, we're going to make it worth it.
Well, you know what? I think there are people around the world watching this, and of course the audience here, and they all can't wait to play this game. Can you wait, guys?
Hubo un juego cancelado de Hombre Lobo que no se llegó a poner a la venta y la verdad es que tenía muchas ganas. Es que la de 3DS ya creo que está muerta, Víctor. Yo lo sabía. Se veía venir. Están muy cortadas la gente que llevan ahí, ¿eh? Están súper cortadísimas. Vamos a ver.
After a catastrophe on Earth, humanity has launched a desperate attempt to find refuge among the stars. Your task is to manage a colony capable of sustaining life.
Bueno, un juego de colonia espacial basado en el mismo motor del Dwarf, supongo.
Let's take a look at the brand new gameplay for Starmancer.
Aunque dicen que todavía no está terminada la 3DS, no sé. Hoy he leído algo así de reojo, no he buscado las noticias específicas, pero algo de reojo así he leído. A ver cómo se ve esto. Crece tu colonia. Construye, expande. Personaliza. Vaya tela, ¿no? Preserva la vida. Vale. Y haz amigos. Y enemigos, obviamente. Vamos a ver. Oh, shoo. Esto se pinta interesante, ¿eh? Se me hace la idea de un Dungeon Keeper. En base. Bueno, con más cosas, pero un Dungeon Keeper. Starmancer.
Our next guests both started as modders. And now they each independently run their own studio.
Empezaron como modders, ya ves.
Tripwire, John Gibson, and from
A mí también dos. Lo que pasa es que no tengo tiempo para jugar. Tengo mucho de esos juegos. Lo cierto es que cuando los cojo no los suelto.
Now I understand. Both of you started as modders, working independently, running your own studios. Talk to me about the collaboration that you started together.
Yeah, Steve. So we've known the Torn Banner guys for a long time, even giving them some advice when they
¿Cómo han empezado yo a colaborar, vale?
helping them not make the mistakes that we made. And we've been friends, and we've always wanted to work together. And now we've sort of formed this independent, former mod team, professional super group to get an awesome game out to fans.
Yeah, and for us,
Vamos a ver qué juego nos va a mostrar.
well, we've always been really close with Tripwire, and we really respect their games. We see them as one of the few studios that's bringing true innovation.
Presidente de Banner Studio.
And that's what we're all about as well.
Well, let's take a look at this upcoming collaboration between Torn Banner and Tripwire.
Muy buena, Capitán Suda. Me acabas saliendo de hacer un streaming. Que tú acabas de terminar, pues bienvenido. A ver, que no te creo que he entendido eso. Soy un poquito espeso, ¿vale? Dormí muy poco anoche. A ver, ¿qué es esto? ¿Esto es Chivalry? A ver. Joder, macho. Lo he recuperado a McFurry, me la han devuelto. Ya dije yo que era un error y me lo tenían que acabar devolviendo. Chivalry 2, lo sabía. Bueno, Chivalry 2. En el 2020. El 1 es muy divertido, ¿eh? No sé si lo van a poder mejorar bastante o no. Joder, macho.
Oh, talk to me about Chivalry 2, Steve.
Well, Chivalry 2 is about bringing players into their favorite.
¿Qué tal? ¿Y tú qué te cuentas, McFlurry?
And our flagship game mode, Team Objective, does that by having players complete medieval objectives like sieging castles, raiding villages.
Por cierto, no se lo digas a nadie, pero yo soy más de Burger King, ¿vale? No, no lo había visto, Capitán Suda. Yo o la veía con vosotros o no la veía con nadie. Así de claro. Yo prefiero o Man at Arms o Caballero.
And on top of that increased scale, we've added horses, which really allows us to add a lot of drama to the game and bring experiences like the Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones.
¿A alguien más no le dio ganas de comer pizza o hamburguesa? A mí me ha dado ganas, ¿eh? No me hable. O sea, yo si estoy de mal humor, voy a un Burger King y se me pasa. No lo entiendo. Pues acabo de ver el trailer de la secuela de Resplandor. ¿A ti qué te parece? No lo he visto, ¿vale? Además tengo que ver todavía los últimos 15 minutos de Fénix Oscura para poder hacer la crítica de la película. Porque si no va a quedar... Fui a verla y me quedé dormido. Esa es mi crítica. No me enteré del final.
It's very, very fluid and much more accessible than the previous game. And it's, you know, the pace is so much quicker. It was what I really enjoy.
Y después por la noche vamos a ver Bethesda. Si queréis que vea otra conferencia, me lo dejáis escrito, ¿vale? De las que no hayamos visto. La barbacoa me gusta mucho, pero la barbacoa cremosa con nata está buenísima también. Que hay una pizzería en Cádiz que hace una pizza de barbacoa con nata, ¡guau! Bestial. Y hamburguesa por la Whopper, es la que más me gusta por ahora. Esperando para el 24 a ver qué ofertas nuevas traen. Y patatas Supreme. Yo la Whopper y patatas Supreme.
The original Chivalry is, I mean, it's kind of like silly fun. Like, how do you balance the mastery with the fun element?
No, yo decirme por si se me olvida alguna y comentándome las conferencias.
We know that probably about half our audience plays the game drunk, and we love that.
At least half.
Yeah.
That's an
Que va, no la he probado, McFlurry.
Has a huge influence from Monty Python.
Han abierto hace poco un Domino's Pizza aquí en Rota. Bueno, acaba de decir que los jugadores sabe que la mayoría de los jugadores juegan a su juego borracho. Así que
yeah, physically clubbing him to death with well, that's excellent. Well, I mean, I have to ask, when can people get their hands on Chivalry 2?
So Chivalry 2 is coming out early 2020, and it's coming first to the Epic Games Store.
Pero, qué rabia con eso de la Epic Games Store exclusivo, ¿no? Square la hemos visto. Revolver, ¿verdad? Revolver es cierto. Bethesda, Revolver. Square ya la hemos hecho, Capitán Suda.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show. Coming up.
A ver qué van a poner a lo próximo. A mí, vamos a ver. Remnant, pues, tiene buena pinta. Y Baldur's Gate, a ver qué enseñan de Baldur's Gate, madre mía. Vale, Bethesda y Revolver. A ver dónde lo puedo apuntar para que no se me olvide. Bueno. ¿Esto qué es? Muy buena, Marcelo Ibis, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido. No voy a tener vida social en esta semana. Voy a intentar darle caña al canal, ¿vale? Yo también, es una pasada. Yo tengo ahí el Shenmue, que quería jugarlo con vosotros, pero quería quitarme todo el E3 de en medio antes. Sí, Virato, ha terminado. Lo que pasa es que yo estas conferencias no las he visto. Y quería verla con vosotros. Vale, Mosaic. ¿Esta Hellblade es una? Eso lo tengo que jugar. Me he bajado los Shenmue para jugarlo con vosotros en el canal.
We're listening to your reactions to the PC Gaming Show throughout the entire broadcast, no matter what platform you're watching and ranting on, so keep them coming. Our next game is a ghost-themed multiplayer hide-and-seek game inspired by a popular mod. Charge up your proton packs and get ready for Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Midnight Ghost Hunt. Coffee Stand. A ver. Pues no lo sé. No lo sé, Virato. Comprarme juegos nuevos no voy a poder, ¿vale? Ahora me hubiera gustado, por ejemplo, traer al canal el Zelda... Ay, que no me sale. El nuevo Zelda que ha salido a ritmo de baile. Ahí, ¿cómo se llama? El Cadence of Hyrule, ¿vale? Me hubiera gustado traerlo. Y el Mario Maker, pero no puedo, vamos. Hi, Bookie, how are you? I'm just watching the PC conference because I didn't see it the last week. Oye, pues me mola, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Que son fantasmas contra...? Oye, esto me mola, ¿eh? Es curioso. No, I'm watching the conference because I didn't see with my followers because last week YouTube I became strict thanks to Ubisoft and I couldn't stream anything. So I'm doing it now. No me ha apuntado, Capitán Suda, a Bleeding Edge.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Sí, alguna cosa traeré.
creative director, programmer, designer. It's Sam Malone.
Pues yo sí lo terminé, de una pasada, el Ocarina. Estoy pensando intentar pillarme para Wii U el Ocarina y el Majora's Skyward y el otro, el del tren, para jugarlo aquí en el canal. Es que estoy hypeado con Zelda. Bueno, la PS3 ya jugaba bastantes cosas interesantes, doble J.
Yeah, and if I'm understanding correctly, it's not about hiding as a lamp to try to assault and take out a hunter. It's actually, you would do that so that way you can keep running away and continue to hide.
Exactly. So the main objective of the ghosts is to try to stay hidden as long as they can until the time runs out, until the clock strikes midnight. Midnight being kind of the hour of the ghosts, basically. They can fight back if they like, but in general, you know, they want to try to hide. But if there's a hunter off by himself,
the boss in Texas, how are you?
Back of the head, knock him out real quick, and he has less hunters to deal with at that point.
See. Well, what's the identity of the hunters? I mean, we've seen
Vale, los fantasmas se tienen que ocultar hasta las 12 de la noche y después pueden contraatacar. Eso es interesante, ¿eh? Me lo imagino, capitán. Pagas el online, pagas todo por 13 euros, me parece que eran 13,99. Es una pasada, pagas 3 servicios por el precio de 1,5. Ah, el Hollow Knight una pasada, capitán. Espérate tú que lancen el año que viene el Ori. El Ori es una pasada también, ¿eh?
Gary's mod called Prop Hunt.
So that's definitely a big inspiration, but the big twist for us is that the props fight back. You saw the furniture, they hurl themselves at you.
Me encanta. I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying this game. The concept is nice. With the ghost and the ghost hunters.
The things that you're hunting. So that changes up the dynamic a good amount, I think.
And I want to ask about
Sí, lo vi. Stadia me parece un engaño. Doble J.
We didn't see what happens then. What's going on then?
So midnight, if even one ghost survives 4 minutes into the match.
Mira la encuesta si la gente ha visto un fantasma. 65, mira, ya está bajando. De los que dicen que sí y los que dicen que no.
And all the ghosts that were destroyed actually return as vengeful spirits. They're a lot more powerful than before, and they glow a very brilliant red. So at this point, the tables have turned. The hunters are now the hunted, and they just need to try to work together to stay alive long enough for their evac to come, which is another 4 minutes or so. Usually the ghosts win when it gets to midnight.
Are you talking about like 90% of the time?
Like 90, yeah,
el 90% de las veces ganan los fantasmas y se vuelve a medianoche. El Xbox, pues para PC creo que eran 3,99 o 4,99. Para Xbox 9,99 y si pagas el Xbox Live, Xbox y PC todo junto te sale por 13. O sea, online, jugar en tu Xbox y jugar en PC. Se llama Xbox Ultimate o algo así era. ¿Quieres PC solo por 4,99? Mirato, 4,99 o 3,99. Solo PC. Hi, Just Lizard.
It's a big sequel
How are
to
you?
a cool indie game. Unexplored 2 is a procedural adventure, a roguelike that challenges you to fight, to be clever, and to solve its mysteries. Explore a beautiful world, engage with its creatures, and befriend its people. Search for magic lakes and ancient statues until you die.
Muy buenas, Ricardo, ¿qué tal?
Again. This is Unexplored 2.
No me entera el nombre del juego. ¿Te gusta la serie Black Mirror? Hay muchos capítulos dedicados a los videojuegos. La serie Netflix Kiss Me First. Yo la de Black Mirror he estado viéndola y hay cosas que me han gustado muchísimo. Y la de Kiss Me First no la he visto. Tengo que verla. Ayer estaba yo discutiendo con uno que no le gustan los gráficos de Breath of the Wild. Midnight Hunt. Muchísimas gracias, Lisandro. Este no, el del fantasma no, este me refiero. Este se llama también Midnight Hunt. Ah. No me asuste. Sí, el de los fantasmas se llama Mid Ghost Hunt. Está curioso, no me acaba de convencer, ¿vale? Tiene... A ver, no todo lo que sea shell shading no me gusta, pero bueno. Por cierto, en el Game Pass está el juego ese tipo Zelda, roguelike Zelda, que también tengo ganas de traerlo al canal. Sí, unos 100 juegos. Un Explorer 2.
One of the biggest bang for your buck that you can get when building a new rig is investing in a new monitor.
Pues PC, sí, los gráficos demasiado sencillos. Tiene cosas guapas, pero no sé.
Welcome, Dean. What you got for us?
Samsung C27 RG5 curved gaming monitor.
Well, let's take a look.
Vale, monitor curvado. Vamos a ver. Oye, parece curioso, ¿no? Es de Samsung. Oye.
Dean, we've seen the video, and I gotta start asking. Talk to me about some of those juicy features and specs.
So it's a 240 hertz curved gaming panel. We believe it's a world first. So you have lag-free and tear-free performance.
Pero vamos, ¿qué diferencia hay jugar un televisor plano a curvo, capitán?
Is going to be a very immersive experience that you wouldn't get from a traditional flat panel.
And I wanted to ask a little bit about some of the color specs.
Sure, it's a 3000:1 contrast ratio, so you get those deeper blacks, brighter whites.
Right.
Hopefully you'll see your enemies first before they see you in the dark scenes.
Yeah, and I understand it also has G-Sync. I saw that flash up on the screen as well.
First G-Sync compatible monitor, so we're super excited about that.
Well, since this is the PC gaming show and we're showing off a huge variety of games here, what are the types of games that you would expect that 240 hertz refresh rate and the G-Sync to work well with?
Sure.
Es más inmersivo, ¿no?
Appreciate the speed and the performance, but ultimately, esports first-person shooters are really going to benefit.
Right. Well, of course, I have to ask, not just when is it available, but what type of cost are we talking?
Sure. So
A ver cuánto vale.
July for under $400.
Menos de $400, uff.
So it expands our gaming lineup to,
A ver, a mí lo que me gustaría, hablando sinceramente, de aquí a futuro, comprarme en abril una tarjeta gráfica para este PC y el Cyberpunk. Yo con eso soy feliz, pero sería una inversión grande, o sea, tarjeta y Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's right. For any of you in the audience, it's there. You can go there for it.
It's not 4K.
It's not 4K.
Not for that price point.
Well, I want to let you
Yo, Marcelo, lentes virtuales como que no me interesa ahora mismo, la verdad. No me llama mucho la atención.
Stay tuned for more announcements, trailers, and never before seen footage, including Gearbox answers burning questions.
Bueno, Borderlands 3. Por cierto, ¿quién quiere jugar conmigo en Xbox a Borderlands? El 2. Sobre todo el 2 y la precuela. Necesito ya porque tengo un mes para pasármelo.
And now the PC Gaming Show presents What's Next from Funcom.
Sí, el Cyberpunk será juego del año, eso lo tengo claro. ¿Te compraste la... Madre mía, ¿y qué tal está? 2. Una pregunta, ¿cuál tenías tú antes? Funko.
Naturally, we would like to show some of the cool stuff that we've been working on. So, without further ado, here are some of the games coming for 2019.
Vamos a ver algunos de los juegos que van a sacar, ¿no?
Something strange is going on all across the zone. I don't fear nothing until now.
No, buah, pues vas a notar un cambio muy bestia, ¿no?
Stalkers got each other's backs, right? What happens to you?
¿La conseguiste vender? Conan, wow. Este es el online, ¿no? Ah, no, de estrategia. Madre mía, qué locura, ¿no? Es un Defense Tower, parece ser. Yo el Rage 2 no lo he visto, tengo que ver la conferencia de Bethesda, la veré luego. Moons of Madness. Ya la música me tiene cautivado. Y ahí parece que es un chulo andando. Me encanta.
My son, off to fly among the stars.
El Moons of Madness me encanta.
Welcome to the stage, founder and director of Mighty Kingdom, Philip Mays.
So yeah, at Funcom we've been doing our own games for over 26 years now. But recently we had the great pleasure to be working with some other very talented developers and help them publish their games. And on that note, I'd like to
Miss Pete.
Phil Mays. He is founder of
Oh,
Mighty
Miss
Kingdom,
Pia,
a studio out of Australia,
83.
who has been
Sorry.
working with us on something a little different.
Thank you, Natasha. So on April 1st this year, we put out a little trailer for something called Conan Chop Chop. And considering the date, it was perhaps no surprise that people decided that that was an April Fool's joke. So yeah, we have a little surprise for you. Check this out.
Pues no sé lo que ha pasado con el Rage entonces, lo veré esta noche en la conferencia Bethesda. No sé cuánto quedará de conferencia ahora que lo veo. Ah, llevamos una hora, quedará una hora larga, ¿no? Según parece. ¡Hostia! A ver, está graciosete, ¿no? Conan Chop Chop.
So there you have it, Conan Chop Chop. It's a roguelike action-adventure game. It's very real, and it's coming to PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on September the 3rd this year. It's 2019. We also have a playable version here at E3 at our demo room, so if you want to give stick figure Conan a try, then please don't hesitate to drop by. Thank you.
Está curioso, ¿eh?
Thank you so much.
Está curioso, está curioso.
Last Oasis is a nomadic survival game set in a post-apocalyptic future where the Earth has stopped rotating. The last humans need to outrun the
Borderlands.
in massive open-world environments.
Sí, Marcelo, muy raro. Por cierto, si no habéis jugado al Castle Crasher, jugadlo, es muy divertido.
With interesting ideas underneath, a player-driven economy, and some truly incredible death machines. Coming to early access on Steam on July 15th, let's take a trip to the Last Oasis.
My tribe built wooden legs to lift us over the burning sands. We must
Ah, no, no es Borderlands entonces, ¿o sí?
beneath the sun.
No, no es. A ver cuál es. La estética es curiosa. Aunque como el juego en sí no me atrae. La música sí me llama la atención. Sí. Last Oasis, qué bonito el logo, ¿eh? Hi, Sweet Shop, how are you? Pues no lo sé, una que sea mejor que la 1050 Ti que tengo. Y que no cueste mucho. Ya lo miraré cuando tenga el dinero. Tira de pelota, ¿no? Pingüino. Planetfall. Yo si hubiera tenido dinero hace un año me hubiera comprado la 1060, que es mejor que la 1050 Ti, pero bueno, ya llegando pues no lo sé. Tendré que ver lo que hay en ese momento en el mercado. Pero seguro que será Nvidia, casi con un 99% de probabilidad.
Sure. Age of Wonders is a turn-based strategy game where you play as one of the survivors of a shattered galactic empire. At the start of the game, you choose or create your own faction. Yeah. And they include the Vanguard Expeditionary Forces, who are in cryosleep.
Bueno, tienes que crear tu facción y todas esas cositas.
Scavenging cyborgs, or the Amazon bioengineers who ride dinosaurs into battle.
Yeah. You know, I want to ask, because there's a pretty broad range of 4X strategy games. To give a sense of what the gameplay is, I just want to start from the beginning of a game. What happens when you first land on the planet?
A ver lo que hay por acá entonces, que es un año casi, ¿eh? Te estoy hablando en abril del año que viene, o sea, casi un año. Pueden salir más tarjetas gráficas mejores. Y habrá que ver cuáles están más baratas, que eso nunca se sabe.
And I did see in the trailer dinosaurs with lasers, correct?
Dinosaurs with lasers.
Perfect.
Vaya el tío cómo gesticula, ¿no?
I'm so sorry to disappoint.
Ese tío entiende, ¿no?
You have to settle with dinosaurs. You know, I saw the expansive tech tree show up in the game briefly, and I know that growing resources and tech is a huge part of strategy games. How does that function?
Right, so part of these tech trees come from your origin race. They sort of represent the past of where you came from. They include new units, new modules for your units, like jetpacks for your troopers, orbital laser cannons you can launch from space, social doctrines, it's not all about war.
Mafurri, no. Me gustaría en abril, junto al Cyberpunk, pillarme una gráfica para el ordenador si tengo trabajo y demás. Hacer una pequeña inversión, por lo menos para poder disfrutar de ese juego como se merece. Ese sería mi sueño. Pero vamos, que ahí está, queda un año todavía.
The future is not a pretty place.
Well, I want to ask about some of the combat that we saw, because in a lot of strategy games, the combat can be very brief. It just, you know, shows two armies pinging off each other. But I understand that the tactical layer is quite rich.
Right, so when combat starts, you'll see, like on the world map, maybe like a little sort of space lab or something like that. When you go into combat, you will zoom all the way in, and you will be inside the lab. You'll see all the pipes and all of the goops flowing around.
Yo creo que sí, todavía para lo que yo quiero, sí, McFurry. Vamos, mi ordenador tiene ya 2 años. ¿Cómo pasa el tiempo, eh?
Maybe you've chosen the Kirko, sort of horrible alien bug monsters. They run forwards and slash people and puke acid on them, that kind of thing.
I mean, how long do some of these battles wind up lasting?
It depends. A short battle can be maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but at the end of the game, you know, you've got a massive siege with like 20 units on your side, 20 units on their side. You've got orbital cannons blasting holes in the world, and that can maybe take 30 minutes.
Well, talk to us about when we can play the game.
Okay. The game is due this August 6th. It's going to be available on PC, multiple platforms, consoles, and it's available for...
Lo estuve comentando ayer, están saturando el mercado de juegos online.
It's aow-planetfall.com.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's less than 2 months away. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me up on
Thank
stage.
you.
Está todo el mundo luchando por un poquito del pastel de la atención del usuario. Vaya
And
tela.
for our next game, Frankie, I have to ask you, what year is it?
Why, the year is 1946, Sean, my dear boy. Europe lies in ruins torn apart by the satanic Plan Z. A brave band of heroes cast the Fuhrer into hell, but little do they know, the nightmare is far from over. Achtung! This is the world-exclusive reveal of the next shooter from the makers of Sniper Elite 4.
Otro zombie, no sniper zombie, ya verá. Es un sniper zombie.
Rated M for mature.
Bueno, para gente mayor. Tiene toda la pinta, sí. ¿Ves? No, es un vídeo, no es gráfico del juego, ¿vale? Lo han avisado abajo por si no se ha visto el subtítulo. Muy buena, Horus versus Horda, ¿qué tal? Aprovechando que puedo hacer directo para ver los streaming que me faltan de este E3 para comentarlo. Yo todavía no he visto todas las cositas. Muchísimas gracias por el follow. Pero no sé si es de Twitch. Creo que es de Twitch, ¿no? O de Facebook. A ver, ¿de dónde era? De Mixer. Víctor César, muchísimas gracias por el follow. Bienvenido a Mixer. Yo creo que sí, pero todavía no he visto todas las conferencias para opinarlo. Sí, llevan demasiado tiempo de moda, ¿vale? Se está alargando. Quizás porque son no muertos durará eternamente esta moda, no lo entiendo. Muy buena, Horus versus Horda, bienvenido a Twitch. Hi, Tuneless Cornetate, how are you? Hay mucha gente que prefiere Twitch. Muchísimas gracias por seguirme por ahí y mejorar poco a poco las estadísticas de Twitch. Zombie Army 4.
Later on the PC gaming show. A love letter to classic JRPG.
¡Ay, qué bonito!, ¿no?
Next for Warframe.
Warframe, las novedades.
Noir adventure set before, during, and after the Big Bang. Baldur's Gate 3.
Esto es lo que quiero ver, Baldur's Gate, a ver qué enseña. Yo me cagué mucho más de miedo con el Silent Hill que Resident Evil. El Resident Evil sí me lleva unos buenos sustos, eso es verdad. 100 años. Oye, el diseño se ve chulo, ¿eh?
To a hatred that we do not understand. This evil will consume our world and the countless worlds beyond. Unless you rise to meet it. A trial by fury and blood. You seek the source of death.
Ojalá sacaran un Dino Crisis, la verdad. Oye, los diseños me están gustando de los monstruos. Molan un montón, ¿eh? Remnant. Pues hay que tomar nota de esto.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Remnant from the Ashes. In that trailer, we got the chance to see so much new gameplay footage and new environments. Let's welcome the CEO of Gunfire Games, David Adams. So David, I want to ask
No sé qué decirte. Marcelo, quizás Avatar creo que está bien como está. Pero aunque a ver lo que pasa en el futuro con las siguientes películas de Avatar.
I mean, in that trailer, we got the chance to see a huge variety of different environments. Like, what are these different places? Who's the player in this story?
So as a player, you're on sort of a Odyssey-like quest to save the world, and we really wanted to have a bunch of different cool locales that you go to just to experience a bunch of different stuff. And you start on Earth, but it rapidly changes very quickly as you get into the game.
Empieza en la Tierra, pero va cambiando rápidamente.
Replayability is a huge focus of the game, that you could play through it 10 times and still be seeing new bosses, new monsters.
Rejugable.
How exactly does that work?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest features of the game is the dynamic generation system. So we generate the maps, the enemies, the quests, NPCs, bosses, everything.
You've built those all by hand, right?
Yeah, it's all hand scripted, but the system takes all the pieces and stitches it together. So you might play the
Todo
game
se crea desde cero.
I talked to a giant tree and fought a dragon boss, and I'd be like, I met a guy in a helicopter, an old guy in a helicopter, and killed a tree ant. And we'd have completely different experiences playing the same game.
And you just have to keep going through and eventually explore what all the possibilities are.
Yeah, you can play the game over and over again to see the stuff. You can jump into your friend's world to experience the content in their world, and that's a big part of the game, just jumping in and seeing what you get.
Todo el contenido se genera aleatoriamente y aparte puedes entrar en los mundos de tus amigos para ver el juego como es en su mundo.
Yeah, the loot in the game is all legendary items, and it's tied into the dynamic generation. So if you fight a boss or meet an NPC or get a cool, unique side quest, it generally coincides with a cool, unique item. It might be a boss weapon or a magical item or armor. So if you play the game and you get all completely different events, you'll have different equipment than I have.
And in the trailer, I also saw that there were 3 people walking through these. And you mentioned the co-op.
Me está recordando mucho a Hellgate London.
So the game's full co-op from beginning to end. You can jump in at any point, and the game's definitely
No, Horus.
I mean, you will die a lot in this game.
No soy amigo de famosos. Conozco a alguna gente, pero vamos, que amigos como tal no. He hablado con algunos, he cruzado palabras, pero poco más.
I'm really looking forward to Remnant from the Ashes. What's the release date, and where can people go for more information?
So Remnant's coming out August 20th on PC and Xbox and PS4, and if you pre-order the game now, you can actually get in early and start playing the game August 16th.
Well, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, David Adams from Gunfire Games. Thanks so much for talking to us.
El Remnant me ha gustado, ¿eh?
And as we mentioned earlier, keep those questions coming. I will be asking on stage the creative director of Borderlands 3 everything you want to know. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, just use #PCGamingShow.
Se ha enganchado el regalí. Ya me comió todos los caramelos que tenía aquí. Joder.
2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show here. It's a game from Clay Entertainment called Grievances. It's changed quite a bit in the last 2 years. It's now a deck-building roguelike where you don't just fight.
Ha cambiado Grievances, que lo enseñaron y lo han cambiado. Vamos a ver.
Sci-fi world. It's going to be available on the Epic Game Store in 1 short month on July 11th in alpha. Let's take a look at some of the footage of what you'll be playing.
Vamos a ver cómo es este juego. A ver, la estética no me molesta. Está influenciado por el Darkest Dungeon, pero está utilizando cartas. Me recuerda a eso, a lo que ha dicho Darkest Dungeon, pero con cartas. Está chulo. Griftlands.
Planet Zoo is the latest game from the makers of the brilliant Planet Coaster. Please welcome.
Bueno, Planet Zoo, a ver qué tal está. Me quedé con las ganas de comprarme el Team Hospital nuevo que salió.
So Planet Zoo is a new management sim game from us. It involves you building and looking after a modern zoo, and you get to look after the most authentic animals we believe you've ever seen in a video game. Each of our animals are unique. They have their own needs, their own desires, and their own behaviors. They interact with each other and react with the world you build around them.
Bueno, se construye el mundo, los animales interaccionan, un sim normal en ese sentido, vamos.
A gameplay video and to announce our launch date.
Well, fantastic. Let's buy the world's largest family pass and take a look inside.
A ver, gráficamente está chulo. El logo me ha encantado. Flexita, me interesa, me está gustando. Este rollo de juegos son muy entretenidos. Qué chulas las animaciones, ¿eh? Está muy bien. Ay, que se me cae con los lobos. Dios mío. Ahí tendríamos a Mufasa y a Simba.
Lisa, I love some of the animal shenanigans here. I mean, hippos pooing, adorable baby elements. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to play it. But before we saw the trailer, Piers mentioned this is a modern zoo, but what exactly does that mean?
So nowadays when you go to the zoo, you're not just going to see all the lovely, pretty animals. You go there, you want to be, you know, learning about conservation, you want to learn about the research that they're doing, you want to be educated, and these are all things that you're going to be able to do in
Hi, Betty, how are you?
These ideas of the modern zoo is really what we
Welcome to the stream. I'm a Spanish streamer, but if you ask me in English, I can answer back.
And Piers, when can we see more gameplay, and when are we going to be able to get our hands on it ourselves?
So we're obviously demoing the game all this week at E3, but most people aren't going to be able to see that. So we've recorded our presentation. Lisa's done a fantastic voiceover for it, and we'll be releasing that onto Frontier's YouTube channel. That goes live this Friday at 11 AM Pacific time.
Well, fantastic. I cannot wait to watch. Thank you so much for joining us, Piers and Lisa, everyone. Next up, we have a very special guest all the way from Japan.
Desde Japón. Esto es Shenmue.
Welcome to the stage, gaming industry legend and Shenmue creator, Yu Suzuki.
Pues sí.
That is right.
Shenmue.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the stage is a legend of Japanese game development. It's Mr. Yu Suzuki.
Hello, everyone.
In addition to being the brains behind the following games, Hang On, Space Harrier, Outrun, Afterburner, Virtual Racing, and Virtual Fighter, Yu-san also created the Shenmue series. and he's here to talk about Shenmue 3 right now. Take it away, Yusan.
Vamos a verlo. La gente la ha criticado mucho. No me ha gustado la exclusividad de Epic Store.
Standing on the stage today. それと20年支えてくれたファンの皆さんありがとう。I just want to say thank you to all the fans supporting me for the long 20 years. Thank you very much.
Gracias a todos los fans que me han estado votando, bueno, siguiendo durante estos 20 años.
The wait is nearly over.
That's right. Let's take a
La espera está casi terminada, vamos a ver. Que ha recibido muchas críticas, pero bueno. World Exclusive.
Honestly, I don't think your kung fu is strong enough.
Grandmaster, A
long time ago, martial arts were bad.
Lo que estáis viendo en directo, ¿por qué no os gusta si no os gusta este juego?
Away from prying eyes and became stronger. One even practiced atop this very boat. None Dread survived the ban and was passed on this way.
What did you say to me? Stop it. They threaten and extort money from shop owners, get drunk by noon, and cause trouble. Everyone in town is afraid of them. They are heartless. Hey, wait right there! Are you okay?
This is him, the Japanese guy who got in our way.
You've got some guts to barge in here on your own.
Ay, PS4.
I know so many people have been waiting for Shenmue 3. I would like to once again thank you so much. Thank you, Yusan, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Now our next title is near and dear to my childhood heart. It's based upon a game I grew up playing called Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Let's take a look at an upcoming collaboration between Coffee Stain Studios and Lava Potion.
Vamos a ver. Han dicho Héroes 2, o sea que esto ya pinta fuerte. A ver qué nos van a traer. Lava Potion. Me gusta cómo se ve, ¿eh? Me mola un montón. Esto es Mortal. No, esto es un héroe en toda regla, pero con pixel. ¡Qué preciosidad, madre mía! Flechita al canto. A ver si enseñan algo más, porque esto tiene muy buena pinta, ¿eh? Ciclo día-noche, según parece, ¿no? Tiene nubes. ¿Habrá, supongo, también lluvia o no? Ciclo de día-noche, no sé si habrá clima, pero se ve muy bueno. Songs of Conquest.
The name of the game is Songs of Conquest, and here to join me in talking about it is the lead designer from Lava Potion, Carl Toftfeld. Hey, Carl.
Hi, hey, thanks.
¿Cómo se ve?
Let's just start off.
Sí, Lisandro, se ve brutal.
Magic series. What is Song of Conquest all about?
It's all about, well, you kind of start out with in the town that you just saw in the end of the trailer, and from there you recruit your wielders, it's what we call our commanders, and you recruit an army, and then you kind of send off your wielders on an adventure. And they go exploring the world, they pick up resources to flag mines, and with those resources, you upgrade your town so you can get more stuff, and that's kind of what you do. Adventure and strategy combined.
Yeah, and you know, I know that part of the core loop is obviously get the resources to build up the township, but for what reason? Armies, man. Talk to me about those juicy battles.
Yeah, so the battle, just like the whole game, is
turn-based. So you go into combat, you bring all your troops in, and you start by deploying them, and then all the troops have different stats, like offense and defense and health and so on. And they go in initiative order, and then you slug it out, and it's a bit like chess, but instead of like pawns and bishops, you have like horned wands and face spirits. Great, and griffins and so on.
Gráficamente es una pasada.
You know, as someone who just loves the Heroes of Might and Magic series, I know that you have translated a lot of the gameplay elements into Songs of Conquest, but what are some of the modern elements that you're bringing in?
Bueno, cosas nuevas que traen. Que no son del Héroes 2.
We call it the essence. So basically,
la esencia.
in Songs of Conquest universe, everything has an essence within there. It's sort of like
todo tiene una esencia.
Your troops, they have an essence. And
Las
to do
tropas.
that, you need to bring the troops with the right essence, with your wielders. Oh, I see. So if you want to like make your troops go faster, you need to bring a troop that has that essence, like cavalry. And maybe to ask a basic question, what if my opponent kills that cavalry? Then you can't do the magic. So. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So if you're fighting someone, you kind of have to like weigh the pros and cons of what to kill off. Like, do you want to destroy their magic or their powerful troops? Where can people go to get more information? And as always, when's it coming out? Late 2020.
A finales de este año sale el juego.
You can go to songsofconquest.com and sign up for alpha, and then you can play earlier.
Hay alfa.
As you know, I'm really looking forward to playing it, Carl. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Esta me voy a apuntar yo. Vamos, esto no me lo pierdo. Tiene muy buena pinta, ¿eh?
Is an update to a popular co-op game. Let's see what's in store for Vermintide 2.
Vamos a ver, Vermintide 2, que no lo tengo. El 1 lo jugué mucho y el 2 no lo he llegado a jugar. A ver qué traen para Vermintide 2. Qué bonitos los diseños, ¿eh? Una nueva amenaza. Vermintide versus. Vale, que juegas con escape contra los otros jugadores. Eso pinta muy bien. Qué bueno. Muchas gracias por el follow en Twitch. 2, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido. A mí estos juegos me mareaban, pero ya no.
And surely dismembering Scraven is so much more satisfying when you know you're going ham on a fellow player, making him or her cry little baby rat tears behind their computer screen. You can sign up now for the Vermintide 2 Versus beta at vermintide2.com/versus. In Per Aspera, you're an artificial consciousness orbiting Mars, whose ultimate purpose is to terraform the planet, starting from a single drone in your landing site and turning the planet into a flourishing second home for humanity. Courtesy of developer Talon Industries and publisher Raw Fury, here's a first ever look at Per Aspera.
As we all know,
A ver qué he hecho.
planet was not humanity's greatest achievement. Transferring the complexity of the human mind to machines was. So they can succeed where we failed. So they can build us a home on that distant, dusty rock.
¿Cómo se ve? A ver.
Amy reaches Mars and begins their mission.
Hay que terraformar Marte. Y mandan una inteligencia artificial para ello.
Of course, I'm with you, Houston.
Vale, un juego de gestión, ¿no? Per Aspera.
In the Assassin's Creed universe, our next guest sent players back in time to rewrite history. But for his debut project with indie studio Panache Digital Games, he's going to take us back 10 million years to where humanity began. Here to tell us all about his ancestors is creative director and co-founder Patrice Desolé.
Este creador de Assassin's Creed.
Thank you for having me.
Por fin a ver si saca ya este juego.
Been waiting 10 years
Yes.
To come back on a big stage at E3 showing off a game.
Well, it's fantastic to have you back.
Ancestors, eso era.
What inspired you to tell the story of human evolution?
Well, when I started Panache, I needed a game, an open world game in which you can do a lot of things. You need a character in a 3D environment at first. And I said, oh, I'm the historical guy, I'm the historical dude, so I need an historical period. So I said, oh, let's go back at the very beginning. It'll be easier to do, because I won't have to build a city, I won't have to build technology, and I was a bit naive, because we built Africa 10 million years ago. And that's not easy to build.
It doesn't sound
Han construido toda África hace 10.000 millones de años.
Well,
Bueno, 10.000 años.
Play our last common ancestor, right, of all the big apes, and then you have to explore your environment, and eventually you expand your territory, you expand your clan, because you're not playing that one badass character. You play a group of badass characters. And eventually you evolve
Vale, controlas varios dentro de la tribu, no solo a uno.
The Australopithecus roughly 2 million years ago.
I imagine our ancestors had a lot more issues to deal with than we do today. There's going to be a lot more dangers in this world, so tell me a bit more about those.
Well, it's all about from a prey to a predator. Basically, at the beginning of the game, everybody's there to kill you and devour you.
Es pasar de presa a depredador.
You're the predator and everybody's afraid of you. And that's the idea of Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey.
So, Patrice, ultimately, what is the key to evolving your clan successfully?
Curiosity.
La curiosidad, explorar.
You know, I made a game about characters and you needed to follow the story I wrote for you. This time, you're basically writing the story. Right? There's no story per se inside. It's not about going and see mission givers. It's not about looking at the mini-maps and the little dots. It's about you, hey, Homo sapiens. Can you survive like our ancestors did? And that's the question I'm asking the players. It'll be for you to answer that question August 27th.
Well, I was
Sale este año.
I was going to ask you when we can see it, and you answered my question first. Thank you so much, Patrice.
Primero empecé.
Patrice says Ancestors will be released August 27th, and you can learn more at ancestorsgame.com.
Thank you.
A ver si enseñan algún vídeo o algo, ¿no? O lo que han visto ahí. Epic Game Store, qué poco me gusta lo que estáis haciendo. Y con la cantidad de juegos que estáis regalando, ni siquiera así. Solar Sash Kingdom. Me resulta interesante. No me acaba, no sé. Atomic Scrubs, a ver, ¿esto qué es? Mira, este está chulo, ¿eh? Me gusta. Rune 2, juego de vikingo, venga. What the Golf. Madre mía, no me jodas. Soyun. Este es del mismo que hizo... Hostia, ese se ve guapo, ¿eh? ¿Qué vas a jugar? ¿Qué es lo siguiente que vas a jugar? Vamos a ver. Una hora y 40. Bueno, 1 hora y 38. ¿Y esto a ver qué es? Esto es el Dofu, ¿no? No creo. O se parece. Auto Chess. Ahí los juegos indie hay varias cosas que me han llamado la atención.
Founder and CEO of Dragon Nest.
Dragon Nest.
Indeed, Auto Chess has turned out to be a sensation, with hundreds of thousands, millions of players getting a taste of it. And here to talk about its coming to PC is Loring Lee. Take it away, Loring.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Loring Lee. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Han hablado de Auto Chess, o sea.
Dragon's Game. Dragon's Game is a game developer and publisher, comes from China. I'm so happy to be here today on this stage to introduce our game, Auto Chess, to all of you. This is really an exciting moment for us. As the trailer says, this is a real engaging game of Auto Chess. Dragon's Den now is working with the creator of Auto Chess, Jodo Studio. We are working together to bring Auto Chess to a world, both on PC and mobile, so that
se le van fonemas chinos cuando habla inglés. Qué curioso.
Now we are building the PC version with by using the game engine of Unreal Engine 4. As everyone knows, Unreal Engine is one of the best game engines of the world.
Me está costando entenderlo,
With the help of Epic Games and by the power of Unreal, I believe we can finish our job quickly and efficiently. And today, I'm very glad to announce the PC version of Auto Chess will be coming to the Epic Games Store. I look forward to all of you playing Auto Chess on PC later this year. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Loring Lee.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing the news with us. Once again, Auto Chess, if you have not played it, you must check it out. It is so fun. Our next title, with Frankie up above, I understand is an inspired indie game.
We'll find out, Sean, because one of the things we love
Juego
about
indie.
PC gaming is the way that game creators from all over the world can draw
¿Qué
inspiration.
os está pareciendo la conferencia hasta ahora, gente?
Crystals is a great example of that. A gorgeous indie love letter to classic JRPGs developed by a team in Colombia.
Un equipo de Colombia, un JRPG.
You see the past, present, and future on one screen at the same time. So you'll see the future change based on your decisions in real time. Here's the world-exclusive reveal of Crystals.
¿Chris Tales? Sí. Espérate, que no lo he escuchado bien. Esto puede que esté interesante, ¿vale? Por lo que ha contado.
If you saw what was, what is, and what would be. If you knew how it ends. Would you change it? Could you make the hard decisions? And would you be strong enough to fight?
Oye, me gusta muchísimo la estética, ¿eh?
If you learn from the past and act in the present, you can rewrite the future.
A ver, la música es un poquito de lo normal. Chris Tales, vale. Un juego de palabras, lo que había entendido yo. Hay demo en Steam.
In PC gaming, it's not the size of your weapon, it's how you use it.
Vaya, le quedé con la tía.
Or quite frankly, it's a bit average, isn't it? It's just your average, you know, Glock, really. No. It's one of the ridiculous alien weapons from our next game, Valfaris. A brutal, heavy metal-infused 2D action platformer inspired by true old-school classics like Contra and Turrican. Assuming the role of fearless warrior Therium, players must blast and slash their way through the doomed citadel of Valfaris, overcoming its deadly environments and enemies before challenging the arcane evil at its very heart.
Me gusta cómo habla esta tía, cómo usa el tono de voz.
A new wormhole from publisher Big Sugar. This is Valfaris.
Valfaris. Vamos a ver. No, no está influenciado en Avengers. ¿Qué va? Bueno. Esto es lo equivalente de Disclaim, ¿no? Oye, me mola, ¿eh? Es que me ha recordado el Disclaim, que no lo tengo todavía. Oye, pero se ve guapo, ha evolucionado muy bien. Wolf Faris. Por cierto, buscar Vulgaris Magistralis, una canción en YouTube, que os voy a echar una pechada de reír. Vulgaris Magistralis, o algo así, no estoy seguro yo ahora.
Is the amazing and beautiful Paul Sage, creative director of Borderlands 3. Beautiful's the new one.
Bueno, vamos ya con Borderlands 3.
Welcome. I mean, there's been so much hype around Borderlands 3. What's the stuff you're really excited to be sharing this year at E3?
Oh man, so you know we've talked about our vault hunters. Well, this time we get to talk about Mose. And she is our gunner vault hunter, so she has a big mech, so it's one of the things. All about loot, we're talking about, you know, the different loot, such as shields, grenades, those things, going to different planets, so a lot of stuff to talk about.
Well, I mean, I want to start right off with Mose. Tell us everything you can about her.
Okay, yes, I'll tell you everything I can. So Mose, again, like I said, she's a mech pilot. She has this big mech, it's called Iron Bear. She gets into Iron Bear.
Yeah.
You know, we have multiple action skills, which means that she can equip either a minigun or a railgun or a flamethrower. You know, if you want to barbecue your enemies, something like that.
Hello, Andrés Schleicher.
Yeah, Mose is a terrifically fun character.
Piquetes.
Now, we've been excited to be collating a bunch of community questions. We're going to break them into two categories.
Oh, they're English.
There's a whole bunch of
Should I speak English?
Questions that I want to make sure we get to right now. One of the big categories
hablo
is
español.
about loot, because you've mentioned having a billion guns earlier, but what can you tell us about some of the other gear, the other progression systems in the game?
Yeah, so let's talk about grenades, like one of my favorite things that we don't get to talk about a lot. So in the past, we've had grenades that they've had like one thing. They can bounce, they can stick to different things, you know.
Yeah.
This time, we're combining like all of those things. So for instance, the other day I was playing and I threw a grenade and that grenade had a bounce. It would stick, an explosion would come out, and
Ich bin jetzt hier mit meinen Followers, die E3 zu sehen, weil Ubisoft gab mir einen Strike in den YouTube-Channel und ich konnte nicht alle Videostreaming. Was ist da passiert? Okay, ist nicht mein Stream. So, ich bin es am Genießen mit dem PC.
Give you skills this time as well as enhancing the skills you currently have.
I also remember earlier you mentioned about artifacts. What are those?
So artifacts are,
se ve de lujo el Borderlands. Se ve de lujo, se ve muy muy bien.
Can I, you know, slide into things? Can I jump? Can I mantle? Right. So when we were playing with that, we slid into a barrel, right? And the barrel exploded. And we're like, well, that's kind of fun. Yeah. So why don't we do something like that? So our artifacts actually add certain things to movement. So for instance, you can slide faster. You can slide, and every time you slide, there's an explosion. We have something we call.
It's not mainstreaming.
Second category of questions unrelated to loot. Well, there's going to be a single-player campaign. What's going to be happening after the campaign? What are some of the beyond the single-player, maybe end-game content?
¿Qué va a pasar después de la campaña de un jugador?
Okay, well, it's E3, so I give a little bit. So we have this thing what we call the Guardian system. So for those people who played Borderlands before, you might remember Badass Ranks. Badass Ranks, you can get, you know, it's basically kind of an infinite progression system that added to your stats.
Yeah.
We doubled down on that. We have what we call Guardian Rank. And Guardian Rank not only has that infinite progression, but it has skills and different skins that you can open up as you go through. And the cool thing about that is, like, every character that you play on that account gets the benefits of Guardian Rank.
Oh, interesting. All right, last category we're going to go through, and then we're going to hit some rapid-fire questions. How do the boss fights in Borderlands 3 compare to Borderlands 1 and 2? I know those were big aspects. How do you build upon that?
Right, so I think of a boss fight, you know, like I'm an old.
Vuelvo a recordar, los que queráis jugar conmigo al Borderlands, decírmelo durante este mes, ¿vale? Que me puedo pasar Borderlands 2. Así que el que quiera que me lo diga.
Instead of vault, right? And so there are different, like, huge boss encounters there that are just, you know, multi-phase boss encounters. We have like a lot of different mini bosses throughout the game, so a lot of different boss encounters.
Aunque aviso, yo con el mando hace mucho que no juego y estoy un poquito manco, pero bueno, el Xbox 360 voy a jugar.
How will you be handling multiplayer?
Multiplayer, we will basically be allowing anybody to jump in at any time. So
bueno, multiplayer van a seguir igual que siempre, cualquiera puede entrar.
Can I pet the gun? Great question.
I'm not here to judge what you do with your gun, so that's a personal question.
All right, great. Sam Wiseman asks, is Maya's new companion a siren?
People are asking the right questions. That's what I will say about that.
Oh, you tease.
Sorry.
All right, from Ironic Sanguine says, is Tiny Tina going to be seen fighting alongside the Vault Hunters?
Yes.
Nice. All right, I'm just going to blast through a couple more as fast as I possibly can. Right. What's the level cap at launch?
50.
Nivel 50.
Will we get to see Flak?
Yes.
Will we see golden keys and or shift codes for Borderlands 3?
Absolutely.
Will there be duels?
Yes.
Other kinds of PvP?
Yes and no.
And also maybe.
And
perfect.
Maybe, yeah.
And will you be able to transfer weapons between your characters?
Absolutely, right from the
Puedes cambiar las armas del personaje, sí.
When is the damn game coming out?
¿Cuándo sale?
Friday the 13th, 2019, September 13th.
Perfect. Borderlands.com for more information. Thanks so much for joining me on stage.
John, thank you.
And once again, if you have not seen all the setups in downtown for Borderlands 3, oh, they're beautiful. Our next game, we're going to be revisiting a guest that we saw earlier in the show. He's upstairs with Frankie. What you got for us?
A ver qué pasa.
Oh, hi, we're live. Sorry. Hello, I was just, I was actually testing out my outfit for this weekend. I don't know, what do you think, John?
I think you look really sharp, as always.
Very sharp. Thank you so much. John Gibson, president of
Qué chiste más malo, por Dios.
Yeah,
very busy man, yes.
Yes.
Now, last year,
Madre mía, qué
we
chiste más malo.
revealed Man Eater to the world. And can you remind anyone who missed it what the game's all about?
Absolutely. Maneater is an open-world action RPG, or Shark PG as we call it. You start as a small baby shark pup, and you have to survive in this harsh world and try to eat your way to the top of the ecosystem. The three words that we think sum the game up the best are eat, explore, and evolve. And we also have someone we'd like you to meet.
Well, let's meet him then. Let's take a look at the new trailer.
Vamos a ver qué nos van a enseñar. El Borderlands 3, si no me equivoco, no sale en Steam, solo sale en Epic Store. Me mola el personaje ese, pero va a durar más poco. Vale, esto lo enseñaron el año pasado. Qué bueno, ¿no? Una ida de pizza completamente, ¿eh? Te lo digo así. Vaya tela. Muy, muy, muy fuerte. Vaya, vaya, vaya. Vamos allá. Adiós, gaviota.
John, who was that appallingly dressed fisherman in the trailer? Because quite frankly, not even I would eat him.
That was Scaly Pete. And Scaly Pete's the villain in this tale. Pete is a best fisherman in the Gulf, the best shark fisherman, or he'll tell you he's the best shark fisherman. And he disfigures our baby shark at the beginning of the game and does some really nasty things. So he's not a very nice guy. And now the story of Maneater is told through the lens of a reality show called Shark Hunters versus Maneaters. And it follows Pete and the player shark on its adventures. And
Mira la
it's
gente.
a really, it's a very exciting
Interactuando
way,
con Mixer. Eso tengo que mirarlo cómo funciona. La interacción.
To be honest, John, it looks like your main goal of the shark is to just bite everything.
Yeah, there is an awful lot of man-eating going on in this game. That is the name of the game. And but we'd like to think of the game as a shark-tastic fun action game. It's like GTA if you were a shark. But there's
Es GTA si fueras un tiburón. Vaya tela ida de pinza.
Moving through the water, breaching out, and adding abilities to go up on the beach for an afternoon snack.
Me encanta.
So there's a lot of exciting things that you can do in the game.
And you mentioned before it's a shark PG. How does that progression system work?
So there's three facets to the Shark PG elements of the game. There's growth, there's life phases, and there's evolutions. So growth
crecimiento, fase de vida y evolución.
People, whatever you can find. And that's kind of like your XP in the game. That allows you to level up, your shark will grow a little bit, you'll get more powerful. And then at key phases that we call life phases, you'll make a big jump. So let's say you're a brooding teenage shark and you're about to become an adult. When you become an adult, you take a big leap in size, a big leap in power and capability. And then as you reach these life phases, you unlock evolutions that can be applied to parts of the shark's body.
Dos, sí, ya jugaste una así, pues no lo sé. ¿Cómo se llamaba?
Or a powerful
Dos.
tail that allows you to jump to incredible heights. Or you could get mutated lungs that allow you to spend a little more time on the beach getting those afternoon snacks.
Just really quickly, John, everyone's wanting to know this question. When's it coming out?
So we're really hard hammerheading away at this game and trying to make it the most awesome shark RPG ever. We're not ready to announce a date, but we're pretty certain you're going to see it before the next PC gaming show.
Well, I hope we do, John. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start biting people. In fact, I'm quite hungry at the moment, so I think actually I'm going to find an audience member because you guys look
Jaws Unleashed, pues no lo conocía. Dos.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Gracias por la info. Ay, un sillón gaming, cómo me hace falta eso para la espalda. El tiempo que llevo aquí en directo ya me duele. Brazo ajustable. Riñonera, vamos, para los riñones. No me gusta la forma, pero bueno, lo que importa es que sea, lo que sea cómodo.
Best parts about being sponsored by iWin for the PC gaming show is that I get to sit for this next segment and talk to you about Terraria. Terraria is one of the best games of all time, selling almost 30 million copies. And part of the reason why it's maintained such popularity is the fact that the developers Relogic continue to add content, going from 250 items at release to now over 4,000. Let's take a look at their penultimate expansion coming up, Terraria Journey's End.
Me da miedo volver a meterme en este juego de lo que ha crecido, o sea, es casi imposible. La cantidad de cosas que hay ahora. Han puesto vagones de mina. Madre mía, cómo ha crecido el inventario, ¿no? ¿Y eso? Vale, cuando busco los elementos, ¿quién los da? Bueno, después los enemigos por la noche. Se ha cortado.
The next title that we're going to be looking at is a game that is the spiritual successor to Her Story. It's called Telling Lies by Annapurna Interactive, and joining me to talk about it is game director Sam Barlow and actor-producer Logan Marshall Green. Welcome, gentlemen.
A ver cómo es.
Yeah. Now, if you haven't played Her Story, you totally should. It's fantastic. I want to note, it is a game where you watch live interactive video in order to uncover what happened with a murder. What is it that's going on in Telling Lies? What's the premise?
So, like Her Story, Telling Lies is a game in which you watch video footage.
Bueno, llevamos 1 hora y media de directo.
And this time we have a woman who
Muchísimas gracias por los que estáis aquí en directo conmigo viéndome.
which contains secretly recorded intimate and private conversations between our 4 characters. Something has gone terribly wrong and it's up to you to figure out what and why.
Hay que averiguar quién miente, ¿vale? Y tienes que grabar conversaciones en plan secreto entre los 4 personajes. Annapurna. Cuatro vidas en privado por una mentira. Kerry Bish. Alexandra. Angela Surfing. Usa sus palabras para encontrar la verdad.
It's late. I gotta get her in the bath. Love you. Love you.
I've only ever been in love once. It was with a girl I met when I was 18, but I was too young and naive to handle it properly. I guess I still carry a torch for it, which makes me an incurable romantic or
Vamos a ver.
underdeveloped emotionally. I'm a loyal friend.
Habrá que ver todo esto entonces. Puede ser interesante, ¿eh? No es típico juego que a mí me gusta, pero es cierto que puede ser bastante interesante.
Talk to me about the mechanics. I mean, I saw, the subtitles up, highlighting, and it was loading more video footage. What's going on?
So what we do in Telling Lies is we take all of the exploration you would have in a normal video game, so all that walking around in a 3D world, and we apply that directly to the story, to the footage itself. So you're going to be scrubbing around in these clips, paying close attention, and you're going to be picking up on the subtext, listening to names, people, places, and with that information, you're going to use that to find more clips, dig into those, and over time kind of build up this picture of the story. And it's truly like an open world video game.
Well, I mean, a lot of times with open world video games, they talk about, the square kilometerage or miles in America. What's the sort of scope that we're talking about? Like, how many hours of footage is there?
So we got
¿Cuántas horas de vídeo hay?
over 10 hours of footage here.
Wow,
So
really?
It's a story that encompasses like 2 years. What I wanted to do with this one was, like I say, really embrace this idea of it being an open world.
¿Qué ha dicho? ¿10 horas de juego de vídeo tienen?
Curiosity. Just lose yourself in this story. All the characters. It's this huge, messy, colorful story that we're trying to tell.
Well, I'm curious, Logan, as a performer in this kind of game, what is it like to actually try to have all the layers in there for each performance, also not knowing when a player is going to be seeing the specific footage you're performing?
Well, it's definitely a non-linear open world game, but our approach and Sam's approach was not unlike a movie or a TV show, and we had to understand it A to B. And so, for the most part, that's how we shot it, obviously, when you're shooting a movie or a TV show. And in this case, a game.
Bueno, que lo han grabado básicamente como una película o una serie de televisión.
We stayed pretty linear in how we approached the story. We went after it like all the other times we're actors. We just went after intention and what do we want, and we tried to make it as deep. It's got a lot of scope. But we wanted to make it as deep as possible, and Sam is one of the best movie or TV directors I've worked with, so it was very similar.
Nice. Yeah, look at you too. Now, of course, I do want to stress to any of you, if you have not played Her Story, it's quick to play through. It's absolutely brilliant. Please check it out in the meantime. But we're, of course, waiting to find out, when can we play Telling Lies?
Very soon. Very soon, I promise. We'll have a date soon. Right now, you can go to Steam. You can wishlist it on Steam. We all love Steam. And yeah, very soon. We'll be showing a little bit more during E3, and the game will be out, very soon.
Fantastic.
Desperate to get it out.
Voy a buscar información de Her Story, a ver si lo encuentro.
Well, Sam, Logan, thanks so much for joining me on stage. Once again, Telling Lies.
Muy buena, Rebeca Grun, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos?
Now, up on the balcony, Frankie's going to be talking to us about a game that my friends, year after year after year, keep telling me I have to play because of how much they've improved it. Frankie, what's going on with Warframe?
Well,
Warframe.
one of my favorite parts of last year's show, aside from being upstaged by a giant duck, was getting a glimpse at the future of Warframe. And here with the latest look at the next expansion to the universe is Space Mum Rebecca Ford. So, chat, behave yourselves, please, because Mother's here. Now, Rebecca, what are we about to see?
We're going to take a look at an amazing trailer that our team has put together. A lot of our players have been waiting a year for a look at what we've been calling Railjack, so it's about time to, see what we've been doing.
Yo no sé si retoma en Switch el Warframe. La verdad. Creo que tengo una o dos partidas en el canal, ¿no? Ah, vale. El 6 de julio sale el review. Vamos a ver qué nos enseña. Empyrean.
Rebecca, it must be so exciting to know that the fans have finally seen it, and you're clearly going all in on the epic space combat. So tell me about the new stuff that players are going to be able to experience.
I wasn't shaking before we started talking, and now I am because it's real, because, you know, Empyrean is what we're calling codename Railjack. It's basically taking the Space Ninja part of...
Es la conferencia de PC de 3 LDK Group, que no la pudimos ver, ¿te acuerdas? Que se cortó porque me quitaron el directo. Lo estamos viendo ahora.
And when are fans going to get to see more?
Well, TennoCon is in London, Ontario. It's July 6th, and you can come watch it online on Twitch. We're going to be showing a lot more in our keynote for what Empyrean is going to be.
Well, today I'm getting a feel for the suit. So what's the deal with that sweet-looking Necros Prime? How do I get my Tenno arms into it?
I cannot say that on live television, but, you know, there are ways. But, yeah, you just have to link your Warframe account to your Twitch account. If you watch 30 minutes of our Tenno live show, you can get it. But hopefully you stay for the whole hour, because we got lots to show.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. And good luck with TennoCon on July 6th.
Thank you.
Okay, now we've seen some amazing stuff today, but nothing quite so gloriously strange as our next game. Developed by Brooklyn-based studio Feral Cat Den, it's an existential-based jazz odyssey set during the Big Bang. Yeah, it's actually blown my mind learning about this one. Buckle up, everyone, because we're about to get bonkers with Genesis Noir.
Genesis Noir. A ver qué pasa esto. Esto como lo pusieron al principio y me quedé súper rayado porque no entendía nada. Que alguien me lo explique porque no me estoy enterando de nada. Creo que se me ha presentado la perrita a la puerta. Para que la saque, la pobre. Bueno, ya queda poco, ¿no? De la conferencia. Ahora queda Baldur's Gate 3. Quedarán 20 minutos.
Genesis Noir, just
No me ha gustado.
stylish art. The next game we're going to take a look at is the twist on the stealth genre. It's called El Hijo, where you play as a 6-year-old trying to escape a monastery and find your mother using toys and tricks to avoid monks. Let's take a look at this gorgeous spaghetti western-inspired project from Studio Handy Games.
A ver, El Hijo. A ver qué nos presenta. Tienes que escapar de un monasterio. A ver, los vídeos como se veían raros, pero esto me mola, ahora los gráficos del juego así. ¡Lo cogieron! Y aquí, señores, estamos viendo el pasado de Solid Snake. Cómo se forjó la leyenda de Solid. El pasado desconocido de Solid. Pues nada. Que me están llorando los ojos de fijarme en la tele.
El Hijo, once again, is the title of the trailer.
Madre mía, cómo pronuncia el hijo. El hijo. Me va a dar algo malo, chiquillo.
From Larian Studios, CEO Sven Vinke, and from Dungeons and Dragons at Wizards of the Coast, the creative director of Dungeons and Dragons, Mike Merles, to talk about Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah.
Este va a
This
caer.
was only just recently announced. How did this partnership come about?
We went to see Wizards of the Coast at the end of Divinity Original Sin 1.
Yeah.
That was back in 2014. And I tried to convince them back then that they should give us the Baldur's Gate 3 license. And they said, but we had a long chat about what the vision would be for the game. And then we kept on bumping into each other. And then suddenly in 2016, I get a phone call from Nathan Stewart, who's the big...
Desde 2016 lleva en desarrollo aproximadamente.
To Seattle right away. We're going to have dinner in a very shady restaurant. And he had this big stack of paper with him. And on it was Baldur's Gate 3. And in it was pretty much everything that we talked about. And he says, I'm going to present this to my board. Do you still want to do it? I said, yeah, of course I still want to do it. And then a couple of weeks later, we started negotiating. And here we are.
I mean, what does the Baldur's Gate franchise mean to you, Mike?
Oh, to me, it's the crown jewel of D&D computer games, right? I mean, for me personally, Baldur's Gate, the original one, was finally I had the chance to actually play a D&D campaign rather than having to run them for all my friends. So it means so much to us. Baldur's Gate, it's such fantastic storytelling, and it's so exciting to see it come to not only a new generation of gamers, but for the gamers who remember the 20 years it's been since the original, the first two in the series. So it's incredibly exciting. And for us, it's such an important part of the D&D mythos as a whole.
And we got a chance to see the trailer. Talk to me about some of the story elements, the world elements. What are things we're going to see in Baldur's Gate 3?
Well, we're only talking about what's in the trailer right now, but obviously you're going to go to the city, because we start with the city. You start outside of the city, actually. There's going to be mind flayers.
Empiezas fuera de la ciudad.
You are seeing in the trailer the process of ceremorphosis, as we call it. It's accelerated, so that's not normal.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot of iconic creatures, iconic characters, iconic places, and that's as far as we go.
I'm curious about some of the gameplay elements, because obviously, there's just been a big resurgence of Dungeons and Dragons, tons of broadcasts on Twitch. I mean, how do you translate some of the insane things that players want to do into
Qué cabrones, ¿no?
Has to be a structured computer game?
So we started with the player handbook, which is basically the basic rule set of Dungeons & Dragons.
Which player handbook? Which edition?
5th edition. 5th edition.
Yeah.
La quinta edición de D&D están
as
jugando.
much as we could to the video game. We looked at what works really well. We looked at the things that didn't work that well, because it is a video game, and this was made for tabletop gaming. And so we started modifying those things, and then we had to add things on top of it, because if you play tabletop, you have a game master, and you say, well, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then the
I
game
want to
master
start a fight with a pigeon. And he's like, okay, roll for dexterity.
Exactly, that's it. So we had to add systems to make that possible within the game. But we've gone very, very far.
Yeah, I mean, can you give an example of like a crazy moment that a player might do that?
Bueno, momentos de locura que pueda hacer un jugador en el mundo
I could, let's say that we get into a fight because you ask a nasty question, I don't want to answer it. And I take the chair over there, I put it on fire, smash it on your head. Well, just as an example.
It's just an example, this is fine, we're just talking,
These are things that we have to put systems into the game for to do it, which are not necessarily going to be described inside of the book.
Interesting. And I mean, like, Mike, in terms of your role,
¿Cuál es el mejor juego de rol de los últimos 10 años? A ver qué contesta la gente. ¿En serio que no coge nadie el Witcher 3?
What it comes down to is providing the story support. We think of Dungeons & Dragons, the universe of D&D. It's like a toy box for dungeon masters and players to go into and build their own stories. So working with Larry and working with Sven, a lot of it was just opening up that toy box and sharing it. And giving that kind of guidance, like I remember one of our first meetings, we just laid out a map of Baldur's
Hey,
Gate
Pruden, how are you?
And asking a lot of questions, like what kind of story do you want to tell? Where do we want to go? What are the cool locations we've always wanted to put into a game like this? And then in terms of the system support, what does it mean in terms of the story for each character, for each character race, each character class, so that if you have your favorite class and it's in the game, you really feel like you're taking on that role that you love so much from the tabletop. It's really coming to life in an authentic way in Baldur's Gate 3.
And we're going to talk in a moment about Baldur's Gate 3 release dates and whatnot, but we have a second game that we want to talk about on a new technology known as pencil and paper. I understand that there is
I'm here seeing with my Spanish followers the E3 PC conference because Ubisoft shutted out my YouTube channel for 4 days and now I can live stream again, so here enjoying it.
And it is the next chapter in the Baldur's Gate saga, and it's a prequel to Baldur's Gate 3. So if you haven't played a Baldur's Gate game since Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, this is your chance to check out on the history. It's been about 100 years since the events of Baldur's Gate 2. Yeah. So this will give you a chance to check in on the city, to see what's going on, its current state, who the movers and shakers are. We also feature a complete levels 1 to 13 campaign that takes you from the mean streets of Baldur's Gate to the depths of hell itself. And sort of pose to the players a question, do you want to redeem Baldur's Gate or send it to damnation? So we're putting that right in players' hands to make that choice.
Well, I have to ask Sven, it's a question on a lot of people's minds. What can you talk to us about expected release time frames?
So people have been waiting for it for a long time.
Yeah.
They're going to have to wait a little bit more when it's ready. This is the game that we want to play, so we want to make sure it's really, really good. And then when that's the case, then we'll release it.
Well, I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time. And I think I speak for a lot of people here when I say, take your time. If the Divinity Original Sin games are any indication of the quality, it's going to be fantastic and worth the wait. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me on stage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ben and Mike talking about Baldur's Gate 3.
Me he perdido aquí algo.
Goodbye, guys. Why are they leaving? Well, it's because the PC gaming show has officially concluded. Let's
bueno, ya ha terminado.
bring up on the stage the fantastic Frankie Ward. Come here, Frankie.
Pues nada, esto es el final de la conferencia. Voy a sacar a la perrita. Voy a escuchar la última frase del tema del Baldur's Gate.
Guys, thank you so much for coming
Tengo
out
más
to the 5th annual
streamings
PC
pendientes,
Gaming Show.
gente.
We want to give an enormous thanks to all of you who tuned in live. We want to, of course, thank all of you who personally showed up this morning, and of course the sponsors who helped make this possible. Epic Game Store, iWin, Frontier, Funcom, Paradox, Interactive, Hovercast, Perfect World, Rebellion, Tripwire, and Samsung. As you know, PC gaming is a platform. It's not a publisher or developer, so these sponsors are essential for letting us put on this show every year. Thank you so much. And I gotta ask, Frank, any titles you're excited about?
Well, I do love a baby elephant, so definitely Planet Zoo, and slightly more awkwardly then I also want to eat things. Maybe elephants included, so man-eater, of course.
I'm personally looking forward to Songs of Conquest, and as you heard, there's games coming out all across 2019 and into 2020. We hope you all have a fantastic E3. It officially begins tomorrow. Big shout out to all the other press conferences. Hello again, Drop Frames. Good to see you 2 years in a row. We hope you all have a fantastic time at E3 and go play some games and make some friends. See you next year. Bye, bye, bye.
Pues nada, gente, se acabó esto. Se acabó lo que se daba. Vamos a pararlo. Muchísimas gracias por haberme acompañado en este directo. A ver, la conferencia de PC para jugadores PC creo que está bien. No ha habido cosas sin bombazos gordos. Bueno, vamos a ver. Personalmente, Moons of Madness, me gustaría ver un poquito más de información. Zombie Army 4, Remnant, Griffons, Planet Zoo, me ha gustado, Shenmue 3, Song of Conquest, me ha gustado muchísimo ese juego, el Héroes 2, Vermintide 2, el multijugador, Warfaris, la ampliación de Terraria y obviamente el Baldur's Gate 3, son las cositas así que tengo más aquí marcadas. Bueno, Chivalry y el Vampire Masquerade también, que se me ha olvidado. Chivalry, que no lo he dicho antes. El Midnight Cosa está chulo, ¿vale? Pero no un juego que me compraría. Bueno, y ya se repasa. Pero vamos, que hay cositas bastante interesantes en la conferencia de PC. Lo que pasa es que pasa más desapercibido y los juegos son menos comentados, ¿vale? La gente suele comentarlo muchísimo menos de este tema de evento. Por ahora me queda ver el de Bethesda, que seguramente lo veremos pues esta noche, ¿vale? Voy a sacar la perrita, voy a comer algo y seguramente haga la conferencia de Bethesda para quitarme la del medio y una cosita menos para hacer. Así que nos vemos luego, ¿vale? Dentro de un ratito. Yo no sé si una hora larga, pero os espero por aquí a ver qué ha presentado Bethesda en este 3 y con las ganas que me ha dejado de ver más cosas. Ya cuando terminemos de ver las conferencias en directo me pondré a demostraciones en directo de distintos juegos, sobre todo la conferencia de Nintendo, que ha tenido muchísimo. Creo que Microsoft también ha subido en su canal, tengo que mirarlo, ¿vale? Voy a intentar hacer la mayor cantidad posible de vídeos sobre el E3 y ya luego pues obviamente seguiremos con los gameplays y las noticias de actualidad. Pero bueno, eso lo intentaré intercalar. Ya sabéis que después de lo que ha pasado no voy a abandonar el E3, voy a intentar meterle caña y espero que todos vosotros pues me apoyéis dándole like, participando en directo y sobre todo compartiendo el canal, que es como de verdad me podéis ayudar de una forma sencilla, rápida y sin ningún tipo de molestia para ninguno, ¿vale? No simplemente lo económico, sino compartiendo ya me ayudáis un montón. Pues nada, gente, a ver dónde tengo yo aquí el micrófono y el escritorio. Ahora no lo veo. Vale, aquí está. Pues nada, gente, muchas gracias y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo, ¿vale? Cuídense.